This conversation starts calm, and then everything shifts. Let's break it down on Choir Media.
You didn't do it.
Don't laugh at my username, Kevin.
That was a funny name, man. How'd you come up with that?
Long story.
All right. So how old are you?
I'm 27.
All right. What's up with this backup plan stuff?
I don't think it's like a good idea to have a backup plan. I was just talking, excuse me, I'm just getting to work.
All
I
right.
was talking to a friend about that earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like hurt people behavior. Because if a person's not treating you right and they're not giving you what you need and want, why are you there? Why are you going to go mess up someone else because someone is messing you up? Like, I never
Were,
understood that
were
thought
you
process.
surprised when you heard that number of 50%?
Yeah,
You were surprised?
yeah.
Did you think it would be large, bigger, or smaller?
Bigger.
You thought, oh, you think more women have backup plans?
I don't think anyone should have a backup plan, to be honest with you.
No,
Like,
no,
no
no.
one at
What
all.
I'm saying, when that number came
I'm
out and
sorry,
said
Kevin.
50% of women have backup plans, were you surprised at that number, or did you think it was too small or too big?
I thought, okay, when you say it like that, I thought it was too small.
Okay. So what percentage of women do you think have backup
Excuse
plans?
me. I think 85%, to be honest. 85% of them.
All right, thank you. I thought it was kind of small myself. Um, all right. What, are you outside now?
Yes, I work outside. I do security.
Okay. Well, so do you have brothers?
My brother is deceased.
All right. Well, 85. So what does that say to me? And if 85, you think 85% of women have backup plans?
It means that they aren't you.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. You got a lot of background noise going on. Appreciate it, Mom. Bye bye.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I was kind of surprised that the number was. I thought it would be more than that. Hold on. I think more women have backup plans than admitted because I want you to think about something. 50 plus percent divorce rate, and 8 out of 10 divorces are filed by women. 8 out of 10, well, 7 was in our community, 80%, but 70 plus percent of divorces are filed by women. You ask a woman, how many relationships have you had that you have not broke, that you have not left? Most women leave their relationships today. So, ladies, understand something. If you're saying you want relationships, but you can't stay in them, what's the point? All right, here we go. Let's scroll through here and get her done. Becca. Oh, okay, well, let's get it. I think, hello?
Hi, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 25.
All right, what's the deal with these backup plans?
I personally don't believe in a backup plan. I'm married, happily married, actually.
How long
Um,
you been married?
we've been married for 2 months now.
Okay. How long did you guys date?
3 years.
You got any kids?
Yes, one.
Okay, go ahead.
So I personally don't believe in backup plans. I feel like he's my partner for life, and a lot of women do have backup plans because they're not secure in their relationships or dealing with the men that they deal with. And like the girl was saying earlier, she was saying that the guy doesn't treat her right or something like that. That's because you have to have that communication with your partner. And if you have a backup plan, that doesn't mean you're loyal.
Thank
So
you.
it's like,
Thank you.
what's the point of
What's the
having a
point?
backup plan?
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. Congratulations on your marriage, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Look, man, that's what it comes down to. If you have a backup plan, that means you have relationship issues, you personally, because you always have an out. You know, there are two schools of thought here. I'm not going to say always. I don't want to be so extreme. But there are schools of thought that you should always have a plan B. Okay? And this is a philosophical question. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? And it really depends on how you believe the world is. There are some people who are like Coronado, who will burn the ships and say, now we can't go back. We got to make it work here. And then there are people who are always on a backup plan or insurance. We're talking about a relationship. I'm not a fan of backup plans because human beings are lazy in the sense that we look for the easiest path. It takes true effort for human beings to choose the harder path, okay? It's men or women. And if you have a backup plan, you're using it. It's not like you just say, think about this. How many people have this break glass in case of emergency cigarette? Those always get used. Those get used. Ladies, understand, the backup plan is insulting to men because you say you want relationships, but if you want them, why can't? And I think that women are more accustomed to acquiring men than keeping men. Now, I know folks are trying to say this or that about, listen to women. Hold on, I'm going to go to this next person too. All right, so here we go. I want to ask a question. What's the sense? What logic does having a backup plan? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right. What's the logic of having a backup plan? What's the logic of having a backup plan? If you're trying to actually make a relationship work, why have the backup plan? All right, man, I'm gonna put you back in. You just bounced out.
All right, speaking as me, let's call this exactly what it is. She told on herself. When someone starts slipping up, over talking, contradicting themselves, and reacting emotionally to basic questions, that's not confidence. That's guilt mixed with chaos. You don't even need receipts at that point. The behavior is the confession. People who are solid don't move like that, period. And let's be honest, it's impossible to reason with someone who's drunk, whether that's drunk on alcohol, ego, or entitlement. Logic doesn't register. Accountability bounces right off. Everything turns into deflection, attitude, and emotional noise. You can't build anything with someone who can't even stay mentally present in a conversation. I can 100% see why she's having problems with her boyfriend. Any man dealing with that long enough eventually hits a wall, not because he's weak, but because peace matters. Nobody wants to come home to slurred logic, unpredictable moods, excuses, and disrespect disguised as being real. That's exhausting. And let's talk about this part nobody wants to say out loud. Cheating energy is obvious. It's the lack of remorse, the arrogance, the way loyalty is treated like a suggestion instead of a standard. When someone stops caring how their behavior affects the relationship, they already checked out emotionally and usually physically too. Men don't just wake up and give up on women they care about. They give up when the woman becomes a liability to his peace, reputation, and mental health. When every conversation turns into drama. When alcohol and attitude become a personality. When accountability is treated like oppression. The scary part is she doesn't even see it. No self-awareness, no pause, no reflection. Just excuses stacked on top of excuses. That's why growth is impossible in that state. You can't fix what you refuse to acknowledge. So yeah, I'm not shocked. The dude is probably done. Not angry, not fighting anymore, just done. Because at some point, you stop arguing with dysfunction and you choose yourself. And that's the lesson here. People don't lose relationships because of bad luck. They lose them because they won't change destructive behavior and then act confused when consequences show up. Reality doesn't care how drunk you are. It still collects the bill.